video for my backpack thread. So here's what we're going to do. I have a really bad habit of getting rid of backpacks and never posting reviews on them, so no one knows why I got rid of them. So I want to be better about that. So if I decide that I'm going to get rid of a backpack, I'm going to try and hold on to them a little bit longer, and I'm going to do like a video like this where I can talk about 2 or 3 bags, my likes, dislikes, and what ultimately led me to decide to either get rid of it or exchange with someone else or trade off. So today we'll be talking about 3 different bags. Let's get into it. All right, so yeah, let's get started. So first bag I'm gonna start with is I'm actually really sad to be getting rid of this. This is the Civic half zip from Evergoods. It's the 26-liter version. This has been a really great bag for me. It's a great travel bag. One of the things I really like about it is that it's a good weekender bag because it's got like a nice, I'm a big dump pocket person, so that's one thing you'll notice about a lot of my bags. I like a nice dump pocket with a couple pockets, and I don't like a lot of like overdoneness, I guess would be the word I'd use. Laptop pocket is great. Yeah, so couple, I really did like that. Overall, the bag carried well. I don't care about water bottle pockets. They have them here. There's one here. There's one on the other side. They don't matter to me. I usually have like and I actually have one over here, like a carabiner that I clip to something on the bag and either carry it on the outside or I just put it in the bag with my stuff. My 24-ounce hydro flask or one of my Yeti water bottles. Yeah, so love the pocket and kind of build of this bag. Reasons I'm getting rid of it. First things first, I actually don't like how the quick access pocket comes into how deep it comes into the bag. If you've taken a look at the Evergoods panel loader classic 20-liter, the quick access pocket does also come in the bag, but it's like half of this. So I can still, although it sits on top, or if you put your laptop in the laptop pocket, although it sits on top of it, there's still it's still pretty easy to get it in and out, at least for me, for my 16-inch MacBook Pro. This is not the case. I usually spend time fighting with this thing, especially if I have a lot of stuff in this pocket. I love the depth of this pocket, though. That is one thing. It is I can almost fit my entire hand, and my hands are not small by any means. I can almost fit my entire hand inside this pocket. So that's one thing I dislike. Other thing I dislike is the lack of a tablet pocket. I usually carry both my MacBook Pro and then also my 11-inch iPad Pro, and I don't like that kind of just dangling loose in case I get bumped, in case my bag gets dropped, something along those lines. I really want to make sure that's in a pocket where it's going to be somewhat protected. Wasn't a huge fan of that. Other things that I didn't really care for. The material is a magnet, a dust pet hair magnet. Fortunately, my dog is not a shedder, so that saves me from that. But this bag got really, really dusty and dirty with my time of using it. It took me about 4 attempts to get it as clean as it is right now. Using Dawn, one of those Dawn and power spray things. To get this clean. So the material, I actually like Evergood's new material. The ballistic nylon that they're using and the mixture of it, I just feel is really, really great and high quality. I know some folks aren't exactly happy with it, but I can tell you without a doubt it's tough. It's definitely water. I think even more water resistant and repellent than their older material, the 500D nylon mixture that they were using. So yeah, huge fan of the new upgraded material, but not so much of this. And then back sweat, that there's just no airflow. There are no air channels back here. So just if I took this hiking or if I took this on a trip or something along those lines, I had to do a lot of walking. My back would just be drenched. So yeah, unfortunately, I am saying goodbye to this, but that's fine. Get rid of this guy. The Evergoods 26-liter Civic half zip. Hopefully, Evergoods is going to make some updates to this soon. And it might be the new version might be a viable option for me, but right now it's got to go. Next bag we're going over to. This makes me so sad. So I was a really huge Bellroy fan for a very long time. I loved Bellroy and still do in many, many, many aspects. But I'm not going to lie, I've been disappointed lately with just their output, if I'm being just really transparent. I don't see a ton of innovation in their bags anymore. The new Venture bag is just doesn't appeal to me at all. I've noticed that they're increasingly continuing to have issues with like how they apply magnets to their bags. They're just not working out very well. So yeah, I'm a little sad to be getting rid of Bellroy because I started out my kind of, I would say, like premium bag journey with Bellroy. So this is the classic backpack. This is their limestone. I believe this is the leather free. The limestone is a leather free version of the 100% recycled material that they use in their bags. Things I love about this bag, it is really, really small and packable. So if you are traveling, what I like about this is that you could actually pack this, and I have before. So I, when I went on a trip recently, we ended up, I ended up just kind of like jamming this inside of my duffel pack, my Peak Design duffel pack, and this worked out perfectly fine. Really, really great, really, really great bag for that, in my personal opinion. Things I like, quick access pocket is great. I think it's just the right size, about half, get about half my fingers in there, just the right size to store like my AirPods, usually chapstick. I have a little multi-tool that goes in here as well, so really great item for that. I love the pocket in here. I usually use this dump pocket for like some of the technology, my loose technology stuff, usually just my charger and my cable. Love the tablet pocket. It's a great size. Feels really secure and snug. Also love the laptop pocket. And then again, like I said, you guys will hear this as a theme with me. I love dump pockets, so I'm a really big fan of just dumping usually my pouches. So two pouches that I use quite consistently are the Cap 1 from Evergoods, one pack, in the 2 liter, and then the Cap the Cap 2, excuse me, and then the Cap 1. Usually you just drop those right into a bag. The reason why I live out of pouches, I mentioned this in a prior video, is because it makes it really easier to jump from one bag to another. So if I am switching bags, which I don't do too often, but if I am packing, it is really nice. Also, I do some media work on the side, some media and AV work on the side, and all the materials that I use, so like my network cables, my chargers, adapters, all that fun stuff are all inside between those two pouches. So really huge fan of that. Front pocket for here doesn't have any organization, so it is just a front dump pocket. So this is a really versatile bag. Reasons I'm getting rid of it, the material on here is like kind of thin. I got caught in the rain with it once and actually found a little bit of moisture inside my bag, which was deeply concerning. Scared me a little bit just because of how much was in there. Other thing is that I feel like, this is supposed to be a 20-liter bag, and I feel like I get that kind of. I feel like I get that if I don't have a lot of stuff in the front pocket here. If I do have stuff in here, I feel like that 20 liters quickly dwindles, especially inside this main cavity. Other thing that just a little thing to call out. So protection for devices is really big for me, especially because I carry my MacBook and iPad with me often. And there's not a lot between, between like the front of the bag and my devices when I carry them in here. So I was a little concerned about safety and making sure that those don't get damaged. And yeah, I think those are really the two main things. This bag has kind of fallen out of use and out of appeal for me. But yeah, it's still the classic backpack is still a great bag. If I was like a college student, or yeah, if I was like still a college student or something along those lines, I think this would still be a very great and viable bag for me. My carry needs have just increased and kind of changed a bit, and I carry a lot more, and that's the other reason why. Like there's not a ton of organization in this bag. Like it's actually almost none. And because of that, because of the way my carry needs have changed, I do need a couple of additional pockets that this bag just doesn't offer. So fortunately, classic backpack's gonna go. Last bag we have up is the Bellroy Transit Transit backpack. This is the 28-liter version. I just want to like take a step back. So there's also a 20-liter version called the Work Pack that I'm a huge fan of and still own. I am going to hang on to that one because I do actually really enjoy that bag. It has a lot of the features that I'm missing out of the Classic, and that's actually part of the reason why I'm getting rid of the Classic, because the Transit has everything the Transit Work Pack has everything I'm looking for, but the Classic doesn't. It just doesn't make sense to keep both, and they're the same liter size. Transit Work Pack. So cool thing about this colorway is that Bellroy actually doesn't make it anymore. So this, if you were to go on the Bellroy website today, this colorway is, you cannot buy it. So that's actually a really cool thing about this bag. Similar, a lot of similar comparisons from the classic backpack. The quick access pocket up here, about four of my halfway. My fingers can fit in there. I do like that it has a dedicated laptop pocket. That's really, I do like that quite a bit. And that what's cool about that is that this also has its own, so there's kind of like two quick access spaces. So there's this one in the top of the bag here, but then there's also this one inside the laptop pocket here. That's where I would store like chargers and stuff like that if I was going to store them separately. A lot of great protection. Laptop pocket is suspended. I do like that about this bag. Internally, there is, again, just that dump pocket. Cool thing is that if you need to hold things in place, there's like this neat little clip system inside here. I use this a lot. Like usually when I pack in packing cubes, and the Peak Design medium packing cubes, you can easily fit like 2 of these in here, and then I have some Eagle Creek packing cubes that I usually can fit. So usually I put like my 2 medium Peak Design cubes in here, and I'll throw like an Eagle Creek one in here if I was going to do that. Lots of organization, so nice, good organized pockets inside here. They have like this kind of like meshy film on them, which I don't have any issue with. Makes it easier to see what's in there. And then there's a kind of like front pocket here. Now this one does have organization in it, kind of like this sideways vertical pocket, along with a key clip. Reasons I'm getting rid of this bag are so I have the bags that I do own. Either sit somewhere between like the 20 liter to my biggest bag is 65 liters. Actually, it's my duffel pack from Peak Design. So this 28 liter bag is kind of weird because I either travel with something that's like 24 liters, or I travel with my Air Travel Pack 2. It's a 35 liter backpack. So the problem with this guy is that it just sits here. It doesn't get any usage, and I feel like others, if you have like a bag that's more dedicated to travel, and that's the reason why I like the Air bag. So this bag, while I do question the 28 liter piece of it, I can say that I've traveled with this a handful of times and I've gotten some pretty good use out of it. But in comparison to the Air Travel Pack 2, it makes more sense to grab that bag. There's way more organization on it. My packing cubes fit in there like relatively easily, almost too easily. In addition to that, it's just a great bag to carry, a great bag to travel with, and I really enjoy it. And it's a lot more sturdy, and I noticed when I packed it out, it actually does stand up on its own, something that this bag cannot do. So I tend to, if I'm either going to use one of my 24 liter bags or I'm going to use my Air Travel Pack 2. So this just doesn't get any usage. Other things. So this works, in my personal opinion, these work way better on the work pack than they do on the transit pack. So on the transit, or excuse me, the transit work pack has the same kind of like these are water bottle pockets, actually, these like small pockets on the side, and on this bag they feel extremely tight. I have a 26 liter Yeti bottle that fits like a dream on the transit work pack, and it's a fight to get it in and out of the pockets on these bags. Even my 24 liter Hydro Flash, same exact issue. So I just wanted to call that out in case if you're looking to get this bag, may have made some improvements. Again, this colorway doesn't exist anymore, so I'm assuming they probably made a couple of changes to the bag since then. I could also be wrong, but yeah, getting the water bottle in and out on this pack was a bit of a challenge if I do carry one in here. It's just kind of frustrating. No issue with the carry. I didn't get any sweaty back when carrying it, so no issues there. And then I think probably the last thing I just want to call out about this bag is that there's a lot of changes they made in the transit work pack that didn't, since this was first, since the transit backpack was first, and the transit work pack came second, I haven't seen them translated back into this bag. If they were present, I would probably hang on to this. So there's the addition of, so rather in the main compartment in the transit work pack, rather than there being like this these like holder clip system. They actually have a, by the way, these magnets are terrible on this bag. I just want to call that out. I actually don't even use this. I had two of my cubes sitting in here, and I was just supposed to hold them in, and when I opened it up, they were not at all. Yeah, it was just a pain. So I usually don't even use these. But yeah, so there's a pocket here, which I thought was really cool for in the transit work bag. It's like a pocket that you can slide things down into, which I thought was really cool because you could, like, there were some shirts or some rolled up shirts, or maybe even like throw like a cube that you want to keep secure, maybe with your toiletries or stuff like that inside there. However you decide you want to store them. Yes, that's just one thing I wanted to call out. Yeah, one thing I wanted to call about this bag. It's just a little, the tiniest bit. Frustrating that they didn't bring those like really cool and what I find are great improvements over to the transit work pack, or the transit backpack, excuse me. And then the other thing is I struggle to, after using the travel pack 2 and my other travel bags, I kind of struggle to see this and use this as a travel bag anymore. So I think that's part of the reason why I've just been backing off using it. But yeah, I don't see myself using this bag anymore, and I don't use it anymore. It's actually been sitting around for almost a little over a year now. So yeah, one of the bags I'm going to offload, but just wanted to call that out. So this is the Bellroy Transit Backpack 28 liter. So yeah, that's all 3 bags. Yeah, let's get back to it. Yeah, so that's my 3 bags. Those are the 3 guys I'm going to get rid of. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, we'll be back with a couple of reviews of some really awesome bags. So we just ended up getting the Evergoods 24 liter classic CPL, the classic panel loader. There's the CPL and the PCL, and yeah, so get those confused sometimes, but version 3 of the CPL. I have a 24 liter. I just got that today, so really excited to use that for a couple of days. I'll get a review up on that soon. I'm also going to do a little comparison video before I offload, which I'll probably do in the next day or 2. I'm going to do a comparison video between the panel loader classic, the classic panel loader, and then also the Civic half zip. I want to make sure I compare those 3 bags while I still have them all in my possession, because I want to talk about materials and all sorts of other fun stuff like that. So make sure you subscribe, because that's the only way you're going to find out. I'll see you guys on the next one.